your shoulders soften, let your jaw unclench, and let yourself be here with me for a little while. Because tonight, I want to tell you a story. Not a loud story, not an exciting story, not the kind that asks anything from you, just a quiet one. The kind that moves slowly, the kind that feels warm around the edges, the kind you can listen to with your eyes closed or half closed, while the room gets softer and your thoughts begin to drift. This is a story about a very small street, a hidden little street, the kind of place most people never notice, even if they walk right past it. And I think if you had found it on the right night, you would have loved it there. I think you would have understood it immediately, because some places, very rare places, seem to recognize tired people. They do not ask questions. They do not demand explanations. They simply open themselves quietly, as if they have been waiting for you all along. So, if you are ready, I want you to imagine a town by the sea. Not a grand town, not a famous one, just a small old town with narrow stone streets, warm yellow windows, flower boxes under the shutters, and the smell of salt in the air. It is late evening there, and it has just rained. Not a storm, just a patient, gentle rain, enough to darken the cobblestones, enough to leave little silver reflections under the street lamps, enough to make the whole town feel freshly washed, clean and sleepy. The shops are mostly closed. The bakery shut an hour ago. The bookshop turned off its sign. The little cafe near the square has stacked its chairs inside. And now the town is quiet in that very special way only old places can be quiet, as if the walls themselves are resting, as if every window has begun to dream. And in this town, on a night just like this one, there is a person walking alone, slowly, without any real destination. And maybe, just for tonight, you can imagine that person is you. Not because anything bad has happened, not exactly, but because sometimes a person can grow tired in invisible ways. Tired from thinking, tired from trying, tired from carrying too many small things for too many days in a row. The kind of tiredness that does not show on the outside. The kind most people never notice. You know the kind I mean. The deep, quiet kind. The kind that makes you want to disappear for a little while into some place gentle. So you walk, hands in your pockets, listening to the soft tap of your steps against the stone, passing shuttered windows, small doors painted blue and green, a cat curled beneath a bench, a lantern swinging slightly over an archway, and the town is lovely, but you still feel as though you are searching for something, though you could not say what, not yet. Perhaps only a corner of the world that feels softer than the rest. Perhaps only a place that does not ask you to be anything at all. And then, without meaning to, you take a turn you do not remember seeing before, into a narrower street, half hidden between a tailor's shop and a wall covered in old ivy. It is the sort of lane that seems too small to matter, the sort of lane the eye almost skips over, and yet tonight, for some reason, you notice it. The stones there are older, smoother, and the air feels strangely warm, not hot, just warmer than the evening should be. And there is light at the far end, not bright light, not electric light, lantern light, soft amber light, steady and golden. And because you have nowhere else to be, because the town is quiet and the night is kind, you follow it, slowly, and the farther you go, the quieter everything becomes. Even your thoughts begin to lower their voices, until you reach the end of the lane, and there, almost tucked into the wall as though it grew there, is a little shop you are certain you have never seen before. Its windows are small and round at the corners. The paint on the door is old cream with tiny cracks in it, and above the door hangs a sign that sways so gently you can hardly read it. But when you step closer, you see the words, "For the tired and the kindly lost." And under those words, in very small letters, "Come in, the kettle is warm." I know it sounds impossible, but stay with me, just stay here with me, because some stories are not meant to be explained, only entered. The windows of the shop are slightly fogged, and behind the glass you can see shelves, lamps, small ceramic jars, bundles of dried lavender, books stacked in uneven towers, a clock with a moon painted on its face, and a sleepy golden light filling every corner. It does not look like a shop arranged for customers. It looks like a place arranged for comfort, as if everything inside has been chosen not to impress anyone, but to soften them, to welcome them, to let them breathe. You place your hand on the brass handle, and it is warm, warm as if someone touched it only a moment ago. And when you open the door, a tiny bell rings, soft and clear, and the air inside wraps around you immediately. It smells like cedar wood, orange peel, old paper, tea leaves, rain drying from wool coats, and something else, something difficult to name, something like safety, the kind of scent a memory might have if is no one at the front counter, at least not at first, so you stand quietly, taking it in. There are shelves filled with curious things, small glass bottles with handwritten labels, little linen sachets tied with thread, candles in cloudy jars, maps of places that do not seem to exist, porcelain cups painted with stars, and chairs, soft, deep chairs with blankets folded across the arms. Not a display, not decoration, real chairs, waiting chairs, chairs meant to be sat in by tired people. And then from the back of the shop, through a curtain made of faded blue fabric, an old woman appears. She is small, not fragile, just small in the way certain birds are small, compact and self-contained, with silver hair pinned loosely at the nape of her neck, and kind eyes that notice everything without staring. She wears a dark cardigan, ink blue maybe, and soft house shoes, and when she sees you, she does not look surprised, not even a little. She simply smiles, as though she expected you at exactly this hour, and says, "There you are. I was wondering when you'd come in." Now, if you were me, you might laugh softly at that, because what else could you do? And you might say, "I think you may have mistaken me for someone else." But the woman only shakes her head. "No," she says, "not someone else, just yourself. A tired version, perhaps, but still yourself." And then, because she seems to know better than you do what this place is for, she nods toward one of the chairs. "Sit, dear. You look as though the world has been too loud for you." And the strange thing is, the moment she says it, you realize how true it is, how tired you are of noise, of messages, of hurry, of proving, of bright things and fast things and constant things. And without another word, you sit. The chair is soft. The blanket across the arm smells faintly of lavender, and somewhere behind the curtain a kettle begins to murmur. The old woman disappears for a moment, then returns with a tray. 1 cup of tea, steam curling into the air. 1 little dish with 2 round biscuits, and 1 tiny lamp she sets on the low table beside you. Though the room is already lit, this lamp feels personal, as if it belongs to your